Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Awakened Taurus. A few videos ago, I said I would start to make specific videos on each zodiac sign. So that's what I've started here in this video. This video is going to be all about Aries. So I'm going to go into detail about Aries. And if you, after you've watched this video, if you would please like and comment, I would appreciate that. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. All right, so into Aries. I'm gonna keep this particular format that I have up here for talking through each of the zodiac signs. It's a specific format that I think will be informative. And then as well as you can always comment if there's other things you'd like to see about each zodiac sign. So starting out, the Aries is between March 21st and April 19th. So if your birthday falls between those dates, then you are a Aries sun sign. Now, one thing to remember with the date ranges is typically if you're born within the first 4 days of either side of the date range, you're going to have tendencies of either the prior or the sign after your particular sun sign. So for instance, if you're born between the March 21st to March 25th, you're considered to be on the cusp of Pisces. So if you want more information about Pisces, I will make a video specifically about Pisces. But just know that if you're an Aries born between or on that cusp range, you're going to have tendencies or traits that are going to be very similar to Pisces. And then same thing as you get close to the April 19th date. April 15th through the 19th, you're now going to be on a cusp going into Taurus. So you're going to have tendencies and traits that will favor Taurus if you were born within that date range. And it's typically, again, it's like 4 days. And once you get closer to the middle of the date range, in my opinion, the more traits and the more you'll resemble the actual sign that you're in. So if you're born smack dab in the middle, maybe April 1st through April 5th, somewhere around there, you're going to have a lot of Aries tendencies. You're not going to have so much of those other sign tendencies. Now, in some of the other videos that I made, I talked about triplicities, I talked about quadruplicities. So I'm going to go into that detail. If you don't understand, go back and watch the other videos that I made so that you can understand as we move through each one. The first thing that I'll talk about is duality. Now, each zodiac sign has duality, meaning it's either masculine or feminine. All the air signs and all the fire signs are considered a masculine sign. And then all the earth signs and all the water signs are considered a feminine sign. Typically with a masculine sign, you get energy, you get dynamic, they're very direct, kind of like that male persona. So you get that kind of in the sign itself. Next is the triplicity or the element. Aries is a fire sign. And I'm kind of sticking with the color coding as well. The fire signs will be red. So you'll see that throughout as I go to different signs. I talk about, blue is water, green is earth, black is air. So I've kind of kept that color coding just so you know as you work through. So fire signs, as I've said in some of my other videos, they're compassionate. They're fun. They have a lot of passion for life and what they do. So it's that excitement, it's that fun. They're go-getters. They're creative, so you see a lot of that within a fire sign. Moving on to quadruplicity. So Aries, out of the fire signs, they are the cardinal sign out of the fire signs. Going back to the study we did on the quadruplicities. So a cardinal is they're outgoing, they're leaders, they're idea makers, come up with new ideas and new approaches to things. We kind of made the example of a project. They're really good at bringing the team together and getting the idea flowing process going and getting the team on task. The next thing is the ruling planet. So every zodiac sign has a ruling planet. Now, as some of you know that are in astronomy, astrology, are aware that we also have like Pluto, which is now considered a dwarf planet. It used to be considered a full planet, now it's a dwarf planet. But every zodiac sign has a ruler. You also have some zodiac signs that have the sun for a ruler. For instance, Leo has the sun for a ruler. But with Aries, the ruling planet is Mars. So Mars in itself is it's a warlike planet. It's an aggressive planet. And that's if you've ever known an Aries, they can tend to have a short fuse. They can tend to have a temper in that respect. I am a Taurus that is, I'm basically on the cusp of an Aries. So I'm a Taurus with some Aries tendencies. When I look at this list, some of these things come up for me because I was born on that cusp. It's interesting to really kind of look at that and to see those things as you look at yourself. Polarity. Now, when I say polarity, every zodiac sign has an opposite polarity. If I had the zodiac wheel up on here, if you've ever looked at the zodiac wheel, the 360 wheel, it would be exactly across. It's kind of like an opposites attract type thing. The polarity of Aries is Libra. So Aries is more about self. Libra is more about partnership. So you see that opposite there. But there's also an attraction point there as well. Anytime that you're going across the wheel there is that opposite attract thing. The symbol for Aries, if you don't know, is a ram. The kind of, you can see the symbol here, the kind of two horns coming out. You've also, if you Google Aries, you may also see a full-blown drawn ram. But that's the symbol of Aries. And then each zodiac sign also has a part of the body that that sign rules. So for an Aries person, it's the head. So Aries people, when you talk about health, they are very prone to like headaches and things like that. Keeping those things in mind when you're thinking about yourself is important as well. So this is basically a summary of Aries. Again, if you have some suggestions that I could add to these videos, please do. I can do part 2 and go a little deeper into each zodiac sign. But for now, I'd like to at least start with this format and go through each sign. And it's if you're born on one of those cusps that we talked about, I would also watch that video and get the information from that, because it'll kind of piece together who you are as a person fully, because you will take on those other traits. All right, I appreciate it, and thank you for watching this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel.